Who doesn't love chocolate?
Hi.
I'd like a bar of chocolate, please.
Yeah, sure.
Welcome to the channel. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 8 changes for our favorite chocolate movie. For this list, we're ranking the biggest changes made from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, a book by Roald Dahl.
Hello there.
Written in 1964 and adapted to the 1971 film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Enraptured, entranced. Are we ready? Yes. Good. In we go.
Number 8. The Chocolate Palace. Have you ever heard of Prince Pondicherry?
Tell him about the Indian prince. He'd like to hear about that.
In the book, the Indian prince wrote a letter to Mr. Willy Wonka and asked him to come all the way to India and build him a colossal palace entirely of chocolate. And what a palace it was. It had 100 rooms and everything was made of either light or dark chocolate. Wonka warned the prince that it wouldn't last long and he better eat it right away.
Yeah, but it won't last long. You better start eating right now.
Prince Pondicherry didn't listen, and one hot day, he woke up to find himself swimming in chocolate. Number 7. Green hair and goatees. Oompa Loompas were iconic characters from the film, but they were described differently in the book.
Well, they can't be real people.
Well, of course they're real people.
Stuff and nonsense.
No Oompa Loompas.
It was written that their skin was rosy white. They had long golden brown hair. The top of their heads came just above Willy Wonka's knees, and they wore the usual deerskin slung over their shoulders. Willy Wonka also received a makeover in the film. In the books, he had a black top hat. He wore a tailcoat of beautiful plum velvet. His trousers were bottle green. His gloves were pearly gray. In one hand, he carried a fine gold-topped walking cane. Covering his chin, there was a small, neat, pointed black beard, a goatee. I guess 1 out of 6 ain't bad. Number 6. Dirt poor. Charlie lived in a tiny wooden house with only one bed, which his grandparents used because they were old and tired. In the film, Charlie is poor, but he has a job as a newspaper boy. He makes enough money to buy his family a loaf of bread and tobacco for Grandpa Joe.
Except for this. From now on, I'm going to pay for your tobacco.
However, in the book, Charlie did not have a job and was dirt poor. The only meals they could afford were boiled potatoes and cabbage soup.
Is this your supper, Grandpa?
Well, it's yours too, Charlie.
I'm fed up with cabbage water. It's not enough.
Charlie ate so little that he became very skinny and was described as looking like a skeleton. Number 5. Mr. Bucket. One of the reasons the family was so poor was because Mr. Bucket, Charlie's dad, worked at a toothpaste factory where he made very little money. The dad eventually lost his job at the factory and the family struggled even more. Throughout the book, Mr. Bucket was supportive and a good father to Charlie. In the film, the only mention of Charlie's father was that he died years before. Charlie had never seen him and has no memories.
With the 4 of you bedridden for the past 20 years, it takes a lot of work to keep this family going.
If only his father were alive.
There's a theory that Willy Wonka was Charlie's true father in the film. Number 4. Slugworth.
That's Slugworth. That's the man I told you about.
In the movie, as each golden ticket is found, a mysterious man approaches the winner and whispers something in their ear. He later introduces himself as Arthur Slugworth, a rival of Willy Wonka. He is looking to steal Wonka's secrets.
May I introduce myself? Arthur Slugworth, president of Slugworth Chocolates Incorporated.
It is later revealed that the man is not Slugworth, but a fellow Wonka worker named Wilkinson, and this offer was only a test.
Pleasure.
Slugworth.
No, that's not Slugworth. He works for me.
For you?
I had to test you, Charlie.
In the book, Arthur Slugworth is only mentioned as a rival to Willy Wonka, who stole a secret of how to make candy balloons.
Then Slugworth began making candy balloons that you could blow up to incredible sizes.
Number 3. Good nut, bad egg.
Oh, yeah.
All right, where is it? Why haven't they found it?
Veruca is a bad nut or egg, whether you're referencing the book or a movie. In the book, they came to a nut room with 100 squirrels seated upon high stools around a large table. The squirrels were all working like mad, shelling walnuts at a tremendous speed. Veruca decided she wanted a squirrel and demanded that her parents get her one immediately.
Daddy, I want a squirrel. Get me one of those squirrels. I want one.
When Wonka refused to sell one, Veruca rushed into the nut room and 100 squirrels grabbed her. They threw her into the garbage chute. The squirrels were replaced by geese in the film, who laid golden eggs. In this version, Veruca demanded one of the geese.
Who says I can't?
The man with a funny hat.
I want one. I want a golden goose.
She runs around the room, makes a mess of everything, then jumps on the scale. The scale then dumps her into the garbage chute.
Oh my goodness. She is bad nut after all.
Number 2. Fizzy Drinks.
What's it making, Mr. Wonka?
Fizzy lifting drinks.
After Violet blew up like a blueberry, the group arrived at a room with bottles of fizzy drinks. Grandpa Joe and Charlie drank a bottle and began to float.
Nothing's happening.
You're right, Charlie. I can't understand why.
They rose up high and were almost sucked into a large fan at the top of the room. Luckily, they figured out that burping would bring them back to the ground.
I'm going down.
This whole scene was only in the movie and never occurred in the book. Number 1. You lose.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
When Charlie is the last kid remaining, Wonka refused to give him a prize because he broke the rules. When they first arrived at the factory, the candy maker had them sign a huge contract. Willy Wonka claimed they broke 37B of the contract when they stole fizzy lifting drinks.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You stole fizzy lifting drinks.
Fortunately, Charlie returned the everlasting gobstopper to Wonka and proved that he was worthy to win the competition. In the books, there was no contract, and Willy Wonka never accused Charlie of breaking the rules. Although Charlie did kidnap his grandparents. But that's a story for another day.
What?
Well, there you have it. The top 8 changes for the Willy Wonka and Chocolate Factory film. Do you agree with our top picks? Check out our other Book vs. Film videos. Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, what do we do now, Mr. Wonka?
Oh, yes. Well, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Excuse me for not showing you out. Straight up the stairs. You'll find the way. I'm terribly busy. Whole day wasted. Goodbye to you both. Goodbye.